So welcome back to my new series of From Trenches to Term Sheet. This is episode 1, and I'm going to teach you how defense companies get built. So let's start here. Your product works, you've got a great idea, you've already done the testing, and now it's time to raise money. So I keep saying this, but raising in defense is its own weird little thing. You might have no users, one customer, and that customer's taken 3 years to actually sign. So all the normal stuff investors lean on isn't there. So I'm going to give you an example of a few questions that you would be asked. So the first one is always, who's actually bought this? They don't mean who's shown interest. They don't mean some guy at a trade show. They mean somebody who's actually signed for this. Because everybody claims MOD engagement, but actually nobody's got a purchase order. Then they're going to ask how long your sales cycle is. And you need to be really honest about this. If you say something like 6 months, they're going to know straight away that you're lying or that you've never done this before. Then they're going to ask you what happens if the program slips, which it will, by the way, because ministers change their mind, budgets move, and elections happen. If your whole business plan needs one program to run on time, you haven't got a business, you've got a gamble. Also, more and more now, they're asking how many of these units can you actually build? Because building 400 of these and building one of these is a completely different conversation. And that question of manufacturing has got a lot louder over the last few months. There's also stuff in defense that's worth something that anywhere else there isn't. It's all the boring stuff that takes a long time, that you can't buy with cash. That's why investors like it, because your competitor isn't taking over you next quarter. A bit of warning for you as well, there's a lot of money gone into defense lately. In the past 6 months, about 12 billion. Which sounds great, obviously, but it means that there's a lot of companies out there that are getting funded far too early. If you're taking money before you can answer just a couple of the questions I've just mentioned, you haven't won anything. All you've done is start a clock. So here's what I'd actually do. I'd get one signature before anything, even if it's a small one, because a small signature on an active program is better than a letter of intent from somebody important. And it changes the whole conversation. And do me a favor, build your raise around 18 months of runway minimum. Assume that that program's going to slip every time, because all of the models I see out there are all going to plan. And it rarely does. So if you can't get a signature yet, that's fine. But I'd say that you are about 6 months too early from raising if that's the case. So that's episode 1. If you have any questions, of course, drop me a DM. I'm Nathan Weeks. I don't report on the industry. I work within it.